We should spend less.
Yeah? Right, you're here.
Good, you're here. So,
Yup.
how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Oh, you've read a lot of terminal entries then. Dozens. Fascinating. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up. Finally, real scribe work.
You're down there? That's what you're talking about, right? Alright. 3 of them. God damn it. Freaks me out. You alright? What?
This looks like what we need. Here's a document. Here's one. This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. I think this is good. let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. So much for your reading comprehension. Still, Night Shin did trust you enough to send you my way, so I guess a little explanation wouldn't hurt. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups? Think of the wires like the blood vessels of the machine. Without the electricity running through them, nothing's going to work. We just need to do a little checkup and see what condition they're in. The release valve is an emergency mechanism that can relieve pressure on the intake pipes if they come under stress. If all is well, we'll just be able to turn it and nothing out of the ordinary will happen. The diagnostics test can tell us the state of some key components that we won't be able to test manually. Keep an eye on the state of each component and we'll want to look into them after the initial check. Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. I'm glad you agreed to come along. All I get as a scribe is this stinky pistol. Hardly a match for any mutant critters that sneak in. Are you okay? I wish we had the people to get this stuff up and running again. Looks like we've got company. That does it for the inspection. Let's talk. All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? Oh, misaligned. Next, we have the release valve. That went. Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well so far. Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you earn my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started? You saw what happened when we tested the release valve. I want to examine the stress on the gauge. That could tell us if all that built-up pressure was normal or an anomaly. Oh, and you may have to pry it off, but be careful about it when the time comes. The brain of the machine. It's the component that coordinates all of the others. It should be slotted into a terminal somewhere. May take a little technical know-how to extract, but nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. A very important and technical component. It helps force particles into a beam that the machine could fire to affect the weather. Somehow. Could take a bit of manual dexterity to pry loose without any damage. I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do.
out of this right direction. What to do? Now what to do?
Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
Like you.
Oh, I thought of... Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core? That doesn't sound good.
Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
Glad that's over with. Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine? fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help. And good luck with the Paladin.
protect, and serve.
The fight is just beginning. Stay disciplined.
So it's free from America to rebuild.
I have my eye on you. Stay on your toes.
The wasteland is merciless.
No meat.
Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you
This
need?
ration request doesn't even have a name on it.
I've received a report from Knight Shin detailing your assistance in his duties. He has given his approval to your consideration as an initiate. Word around the fort is that you've been working with Scribe Valdez as well. As a paladin, I am the commander of the 1st Expeditionary Force to Appalachia, and by extension, the ranking officer here at Fort Atlas. It takes more than hope to join the Brotherhood. Knight Shin has spoken in your favor, but you'd also need Scribe Valdez's approval for me to consider your candidacy. Well, between this and the report I have from Knight Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks? Both have given their approval to your initiate consideration. Yes. In short, she thinks you are capable, helpful, and possessed of a higher than average technical aptitude. Useful qualities in an initiate candidate. Knight Shin said that your attitude regarding the role of the Brotherhood in relation to the civilian community was questionable. Nonetheless, he felt your intentions were honorable and suitable training would correct any deficiencies. Which means he probably thought I'd like you. That remains to be seen. Yes? Membership in the Brotherhood is a commitment to honor, duty, and service.
Another
You
nuke.
would begin as an initiate in our
Networks are not a
ranks.
moment to
With
sit.
time and training, you may one day join the Scrolls as a knight or scribe, depending on your aptitudes and choices. On a day-to-day basis, Knight Shin would be your direct superior here, though any of the officers may requisition you for missions if needed. I know we can seem cold to outsiders, so I'll let that pass.
link
What I
in the
want
chain
you to
of
understand
bonds.
is that we are committed to helping the people of Appalachia. We want to aid in the restoration of civilization, and you could be a part of that. Consider it. With the recommendations of Knight Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Each day in service of
Your
the Brotherhood.
reward is that I consider you worthy to join our ranks. Limited intel suggests this is a milk run, perfect for a new recruit. But you're not wrong. We don't know the level of threat. Take this as an additional precaution. We don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply. Complete this mission satisfactorily, and I will grant you initiate status within the Brotherhood. Yes. While I'm not in the habit of explaining my priorities to would-be recruits, you may have noticed there's a lot of work to be done here. You doing it accomplishes the mission and adds another member to our ranks. 2 birds, 1 stone.
I need to remind Scribe Valdez to retune.
Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of a full member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Ad Victoriam. Something else you needed, candidate? And if you hope to be an initiate...
We should spend less time moving
Understood.
Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
Can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol. He's gonna love it.
No meat. Approved. A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner.
Go home. Let us take care of things here.
Do you need something? I don't have anything to say to you or anyone else. I'm sure you wouldn't be too thrilled to talk to anyone if both your parents were dead and you were stuck with the people who caused it.
I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
I would if I could, but Max refuses, and I can't just leave him behind. We're all that we've got left. Hopefully he'll come to his senses and stop his blind hero worship. If you want to talk about how great the Brotherhood of Steel is, talk to Max instead. You two can lick Shin's boots together. Congratulations on not being naive like Max over here. Maybe there's hope for you yet. I really don't want to talk about it. Just watch out. The Brotherhood can be reckless, and they justify it with some bullshit savior complex. Let's not. You know what? I just might.
I should see if anyone needs help with anything.
Good.
Do you want to play the Armor Ace board game with me? Oh, well, my name is Maximo. You can call me Max, though, for short. My big sister Marcia and I live here now with the Brotherhood. Isn't that cool?
We'll build something better.
Oh, yeah! It's a lot of fun living in the Brotherhood of Steel base. I kind of wish there were more kids my age to play with, but it's okay. The less distractions from my training, the better. I'm gonna become the best Brotherhood of Steel member that Paladin Romani has ever seen.
I hope my next
They're
mission is
heroes!
I'm tired
The
of
Brotherhood
being
is gonna
stuck in
save
Fort
humanity and
Atlas.
help make the world a better place. They saved my sister and me and a bunch of other people along the way. Plus, the power armor they get to wear is so cool! Well, the town we lived in got attacked by raiders and our mother was killed. But luckily, the Brotherhood of Steel was there and they saved us. Since we didn't really have anyone anymore, Paladin Romani had us come along with them. I can't wait to become a member and fight off bad guys like they do. I'll make sure no one ever has to die again. Whatever you... Sure, I'd be happy happy to talk about them. I mean, they're my heroes. She's the leader of the Brotherhood, and I'm gonna try my best to impress her so that she makes me an initiate one day. It was Paladin Romani's idea to let us stay here with them.
help with anything.
I'm so happy that she did. Oh, absolutely. She cares a lot about saving people and stopping bad guys. She's a real-life hero. No way! I can't get the proper training I need to become a Brotherhood of Steel Knight there. I need the best combat training there is, and that's here. Speaking of, I wonder if Knight Shin is busy right now. Okay. Knight Shin is super cool. Have you seen his power armor? He doesn't really talk to me much, but I think it's just because he's super busy doing Brotherhood stuff and fighting bad guys. Plus, he's usually hanging out by the weapons, and I'm not allowed to go near there. I think we're gonna be best friends one day, though.
Do I need to call a seminar on this?
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor. 2,000 miles of hiking has put some real wear on it.
What? No! He's just busy. Saving the world is hard work. Someone in the Brotherhood can't be a jerk. They're literally the good guys. You think? I want to know all about the Brotherhood of Steel. Okay. Odessa is the best. She's super smart and is always saying stuff that I don't really understand, but I'm gonna study really hard. And sometimes when the others aren't around, we play hide and seek around the fort. She told me I could because we're friends. Just like how you can call me Max instead of Maximo. Although, when I'm a knight, I would prefer if you called me Knight Max. Nah, I want to be a knight like Shin so I can wear power armor and use cool weapons. If I was to be a scribe, though, I'd want to be just like Odessa. Okay. Sounds good to me. Stay safe out there.
What do you want?
I am a link in the chain that binds. And that is what keeps this order together. Grow up. The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll another red nuke.
You arrived in Appalachia.
Something else you needed?
If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able to get this list done.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself.
One day I'll make knight. Then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Protect and serve.
I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired. Did you need something? Not much to say, really. I was born after the bombs fell, so this world is all I've ever known. My parents and I came to Foundation to start a new, more secure life. I lived there until the Brotherhood of Steel came. I believe in a better future. And I believe that the Brotherhood of Steel has the power to create that future. We could let this war destroy us, or we could use it as an opportunity to rebuild a more compassionate world. Hard. You learn to appreciate and hold the ones that you love close. Everything out there is trying to kill you, and you don't know when your time is going to be up. I still hold hope for the future, though. All right. See you around.
Has to retune my power armor.
Spend all day
You have no reason to be here. Go speak to Scribe Valdez. Make it quick, please. To procure and preserve dangerous technologies from before the war, and defend humanity from itself. Since the world went to pieces, anyone and everyone has been using what they can find in the wasteland to their own ends, unrestricted. If things continue like this, humanity will never make it. The 1st Expeditionary Force was tasked with investigating several valued technological sites across the U.S., concluding at the Atlas Observatory. From here, we would report back on the fate of the preceding Appalachian chapter, carrying on the Brotherhood's mission in their stead if need be.
Another complaint.
Or we would have done that report if we still had a working long-distance transmitter. We have Raiders to thank for that one. They are considered MIA until further investigation. Last stationed at Fort Defiance. We lost contact with them some time ago. At the time, Lost Hills didn't have the resources for a cross-country expedition. What's important now is that we will carry on the Brotherhood mission in their place. That information is classified.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my arm.
There is, and my interpretation of our orders is that acquiring it should be our #1 priority. Paladin Romani thinks otherwise. She has reevaluated the situation based on her own judgment. I'm following her orders.
So much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person.
Ask them if you must. Make it quick, please. As you can see, I'm in charge of the armory. I maintain and manage all of our equipment. I keep records of our stockpiles, distribute rations, and acquire resources as needed. Since we only have one Paladin here, I also lead various combat operations and support Paladin Romani in any ways necessary. To be clear, my duties do not include human resources.
We have to cut ourselves free from
Does this look like a social club to you? I have my duties to attend to. I would hope that you have yours. It sounds to me like you haven't decided your purpose in this world. I have, and it doesn't involve making friends with everyone. Ad Victorium.
The settlers, they want to rebuild. But they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well. So we make the same mistakes going forward. Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. Look what else it is. I'm glad we guarded it closely.
Holy shit! Fuck. Oh.
Remote transmitter connected. Beginning recorded message loop.
Hey, mate. Listen up. I'm David fucking Thorpe. Get your ass over here. Top of the world is where it's at. Mezzanine. It's time to negotiate. Or I will kill every last one of you. Hey, mate. Listen up.
Broadcast loop confirmed. Congratulations. Your transmitter is now connected.
Is that great or what? Anyway, confession time. Sure, I could have got Meg out here lickety-split. I mean, don't get me wrong, she really ain't my biggest fan. But believe me, this broadcast, way more fun. Now, you probably want to haul ass back to the mez, because something down there's making all the racket, and you're going to want that place nice and tidy for when Meg shows up.
Fuck off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Darn it. The fucking freaks. Darn it. There's no bloody workbench here. Vodka. There's no bloody workbench, come on. Give me a workbench, please. That's all I'm after. Oh shit, I'm carrying too much. So how to get rid of the stuff I'm carrying right now? Darn it. Well, I suppose there would be some scrap bench, fucking workbench here somewhere. Yeah. Just need to find it. What the hell is it? Come on, right. Speak of the devil. Yes, I'm a lot lighter. So, allow me to...
Corner is the place for creative hands-on learning, and the Wilderness Survival Experience is our most popular program yet.